If history is forgotten, who will tell the stories buried in the dust? In the endless current of human history, where civilizations rise and fall like waves against the shore, some stories remain untold. Behind the stone doors of ancient ruins, across the sun-scorched lands of Africa, lies an ancient record, one that glows with legends of powerful kings and radiant queens whose dark skin gleamed with dignity and legacy. Is the Bible just a religious book or a hidden archive of African ancestry? Within one of the oldest and most sacred texts known to humanity, the Bible lies subtle but powerful accounts that point to Africa's historical roots. Far from being solely religious, the Bible contains genealogies and references that link ancient African people to the descendants of Noah's son Ham. According to scripture, all modern people descended from Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Among them, Ham is often identified as the forefather of African and dark-skinned peoples. The name Ham wasn't random, it carried the heat of the sun and a legacy of melanin. The name Ham in ancient Hebrew and Aramaic translates to burnt or dark, directly referring to skin tone and possibly hair. This naming was not merely descriptive, it was symbolic. It marked the beginning of a powerful lineage and reflected the vibrant identities of people who thrived under Africa's blazing sun: Cush, Egypt, Libya, Canaan. 4 sons, 1 massive legacy. In Genesis chapter 10, Ham's 4 sons are named Cush, the ancestor of Ethiopians, Nubians, and East African peoples. Misraim, regarded as the patriarch of ancient Egyptians, Put, associated with ancient Libya and nomadic African hunters. Canaan, founder of the Canaanite region. Now Israel and Palestine. These descendants would go on to form empires like Egypt, the kingdom of Cush, and Canaan that shaped global civilization for thousands of years. The curse of Canaan: fact, myth, or misunderstood history. Among the most debated biblical passages is the so-called curse of Ham, but the truth is often overlooked. According to Genesis 9, Ham's son Canaan, not Ham himself, was the one cursed by Noah after Ham dishonored him. Misinterpretation of this passage has fueled centuries of racial prejudice, but scholars agree the curse was directed at one descendant, not an entire race. How long did Ham live? Long enough to witness 6 generations and found cities. Ham is believed to have lived for around 600 years, similar to his brother Shem. According to the Book of Jubilees, he founded the first post-flood city, naming it Malelok in honor of his beloved wife. His long life allowed him to see 5 or 6 generations of descendants flourish, particularly across Africa. Ham's final resting place: Ethiopia, Egypt, or a still hidden tomb. The exact burial site of Ham remains unknown. Some traditions claim he was buried in Ethiopia or Sudan, regions rich with Nubian and Kushite history. Others suggest Egypt, whose sands continue to reveal ancient secrets with every archaeological dig. Wherever it lies, the mystery adds to Ham's enduring legacy. Canaan's land dispute, a foreshadowing of millennia of conflict. According to the Book of Jubilees, Ham's youngest son Canaan attempted to settle in land designated for Shema region known today as Israel. Ham and his other sons objected, insisting Africa was the rightful inheritance for Ham's line. Canaan's defiance in claiming Semitic land became an early echo of territorial disputes that persist to this day. The Bible isn't the only source science is helping reclaim lost African history. While the Bible offers an ancient, spiritual perspective, historians today are combining archaeology, linguistics, genetics, and oral traditions to reconstruct the complex history of African civilizations. New discoveries in places like Ethiopia, Mali, Sudan, and Gabon are shedding light on long-overlooked contributions of African peoples. Conclusion: history is not only written in ink, it is engraved in memory, embedded in folklore, and buried beneath ancient soil. The stories of Ham, Cush, Misraim, Put, and Canaan are not just biblical, they are cultural, ancestral, and monumental.